afternoon, Lions and guests. Past Council's Chair Howe, will you please lead us in invocation?
Yes, Lord. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us. Thank you for the Cispus program. Many of us have had our daughters go through it, and they love every minute of it. We bless these speakers and what they do to keep it going. Also bless the activities that our club will be doing in the next few weeks. And bless this food to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
And Lion Martin? Could we?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Lion Judy, will you please lead us in song?
Country is of peace, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. And where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims cried, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Thank you. Lion Tamers, do we have any guests?
We do. Reverend Sharon, fellow Lion Tamers. I will have Marilyn.
Shh.
What she said.
So Marilyn has guests that are speakers here today, and we'll let her introduce them. We have a guest from the Vader Lions, Kathy Crawford.
Us District Governor.
And then Tina Moore has a guest that we'll let her introduce. And Carrie Ann has a guest.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I'm happy to have my friend Donna here, 70, to visit today.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I would like to introduce to you my grandson, River.
Hi,
Thank you. And Lion Penny Sunshine.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I have a card back here for Sherry. She broke her arm last week, and so there's a card for her. And I also have a card for Dr. Little's family. And I don't have an address, but Mike has said that he would take it to the service for me. So, and anybody know about anything else that I don't know about?
Going.
Okay. And can you please bring the microphone to past President Carrie Ann?
Wait a minute, I forgot to tell you when
Oh.
Dr. Little's service is. It's April 17th at 10:30 at St. Rose Church.
Okay. Now, past President Carrie Ann Botero.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I am too old to be chasing around a 3-year-old. I'm tired. Okay, finally, I'm ready. Okay. We have some nominations for our coming up year officers. And so I am going to announce those to you. I'm going to start from the bottom. The immediate past president is going to be Sharon. And then we have a tail twister, Penny, and Mary, and Spencer. I saw sneak in. Oh, okay. And then we have Lion Tamers, David Muniz, Gary Archer, and Lloyd. We have a club director for 2 years. That will be Cheryl, Marilyn, and Cindy Sessions. The 1-year club director will be Harold, Jay, and Hal. We have club membership chairperson is going to stay the same as Greg. And club LCIF coordinator is going to stay the same, which is Dwayne. We have the club treasurer that's going to stay the same, and that is Karen Johnson. And club secretary is going to stay the same, and that is Cindy Dillinger. We have a third vice president. Kurt Anagnostu. And we have a second vice president that is moving up, that will be John Searing. The first vice president next year will be Ann Camarda. And our club president will be none other than our Rick Johnson.
Rick Crack Johnson?
Are there any other nominations from the floor? The answer is no. So we will be announcing these next week as well, and then we will take a vote.
Thank you. Okay, Lion Mary, you and Penny, you guys can do Happy Bucks now.
My throat is so scratchy. If you want, you can ask them.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. Back from a wonderful week cruise in the Eastern Caribbean. Those of you that worried about our getting through, we saw 0 pirates. 0 pirates. Had a great time. Got a nice little suntan burn thing going on. Super relaxed. And of course, my wonderful spouse Jerry has, as of Sunday morning, signed us up for a cruise in May of 2027, and we'll be going to Greece and yeah, which means that we spent just enough in the casino to get another free trip. So that's a good thing. Second Happy Buck is the day before left for the cruise. Power steering went out in my truck. And yesterday, that wonderful guy, Gene Thompson, a member at Gunners, located the parts I needed, and I was successful in getting it reinstalled. Which leads to the third, kind of sad buck. I am far too old to work on trucks. Anyway, fourth Happy Buck is Lion Sam, my son, Sam, is moving ahead with a rebuild on a wonderful 1988 BMW. It's called an E30. It's a little baby race car. And he was thrilled that he figured out some of his electrical gremlins. If anybody here has ever ridden in a BMW, you know that it's electrical gremlins. Let's see, the fifth Happy Buck happens to be that I'm back all here with you guys and you're stuck with me for a couple of weeks.
President Sharon, fellow Lions guests, here's a happy $5. We had a great visitation to Kalama Lions last night. And it's good to see visiting Lion from Vader, Nancy Crawford, past district governor. Anyway, the other thing is I still have a couple of condos available. 1 bedroom accommodates 4. Has a washer and dryer in the unit. Free.
Who wants to wash clothes with
Free if anybody wants to come. April 18th for a week or April 25th for a week. You can fly on down Las Vegas. A place called Grandview, Las Vegas, and it's located right next to Southwest Casino. The city bus is available, and that's what I use for transportation, or you can rent a car or use Uber or Lyft.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, that's my happy $10. A few of you may remember way back in 1990 when I announced I was getting married, and then in 1992 the birth of my oldest son Alexander, and then I had a couple of sons after that, and of course announced milestones going forward. I get the great pleasure of now announcing my son Alex is going to make me a grandpa.
She was previously a Pioneer Lion.
I was an associate member of the Longview Pioneer Lions Club, but I haven't paid dues for years. So, anyway, President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, it's just a delight to be back here again, visiting with all of you. And feel free to come up to Vader sometime and visit us. Thank you.
President Sharon and fellow Lions and guests. Well, this last weekend, Saturday and Sunday, my wife and I and Melissa, we spent a couple of days up in Seattle up at a thing called Taste Washington. This is a 200 plus of the best wineries in the state of Washington, and probably about 150 or so different restaurants represented, also from the Seattle area. It was a great time, a lot of food, eating. You have to be moderate with the wine because 200 wineries is a lot, even when it's just a little bit to drink. So one of their slogans is it's okay to spit. So, listen, I don't spit.
Thank you, ladies. 3 happy dollars today. First, great visitation last night to Kalama, President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests.
We forgot that part.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So, great visitation. Thanks to Darlene Mungeon's ability to stand in front of a crowd and talk. She presented the plastics program that the Kalama Lions are interested in doing. We may assist them in some ways, but anyway, it's a great time. Also another happy dollar, Meryl and I spent the weekend up in Seattle for birthdays with our oldest son and our youngest son's wife and 6 grandchildren.
Several.
Just a fun time, lots of good food. And then we had a chance to run over to the pet store. We needed to pick up some cat food. So while we were there, we ended up back where all the fish tanks are, and the fish are a little really cute young little gal came up, and she had her name tag on, and her name was Ashley. And underneath her name it said Fish Expert. So we said, Ashley, see this little fish that's in this aquarium here, what is that called? She said, well, that's the Mexican goldfish. Oh, okay. Well, could you tell us, do fish sleep at night? And she said, looked us square in the eye and said, well, I don't know, I just work the day shift.
I have to laugh. I liked it.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I just have a happy, sad, grateful for Lions, friends and family, and
such, and a reminder that today, well, not a reminder, just let you know that today our dear friend and fellow Lion Marnie is off on her big new adventure. She flew to Sacramento to stay a week with her son there, and then she'll be off to Florida. So I'm going to keep in touch with her, and well, as I'm sure the rest of the Patero.
She doesn't have a choice but to stay in touch with us.
Trying to talk her into flying back for sewing retreats and stuff. So anyway, we'll see. But anyway, keep her in your thoughts as she travels.
Lion Eric.
No, but if you need help at Gunners when you go buy those stuff, Dallas can fix anything, and so they'll probably charge you half what everyone else does and stick it in the back. President Chair and fellow Lions and guests. Sure. I have a $50 for all the sports our daughters are doing. For those of you that haven't already donated all the money in your wallet today at Lions, we're joining another volleyball team after this season ends to go to a tournament in California, and they're putting together a Mariners raffle. So I don't want to hit you guys up for money too much, but some people really like the Mariners, and I don't want you to miss out on tickets. Are $10, and they've got some like fourth row tickets to a game versus Boston in June. Cool. So if you're interested, it comes with a package full of cool goodies and stuff and food and stuff. So if anybody wants a ticket later, I've got tickets for $10, and you'll have to find your way up to the game and all that good stuff. But they showed a picture of it, and they're like fifth row tickets or something like that. So they're good tickets.
What date is on those tickets?
The game is June 20th, and they'll do the drawing in early May.
And my birthday is You'll be on your honeymoon. No, I'll be back. I'll be back right away. I ain't cutting that short now. I'll be
So, President Sharon, fellow Lions, I guess.
Wash away.
Hey, Happy Buck. Presenting my new uni.
That one of a kind or
So, yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of this year. Anyway. But I also have a very sad dollar. My mom's been in the hospital the last 2 days, and it's not like if, it's going to be when. We're probably in hospice soon. And it just happened in the last couple of weeks. I mean, she's 94. She's living a good life, but that's what it is. So I might have to pass up 2 Beer Tuesday today.
Well, she has a good son anyway. One of them.
Just give.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, $5. First of all, for those of you who may not know, Vice President John Cerny has the heart of a lion. He also has a lifetime ban from the zoo. It may get worse than seems, but sometimes it does. Very happy to see Governor Kathy here. We haven't seen your smiling face for a while, so it's nice of you to be here. And also enjoyed the visitation to the Climb Lions, a great presentation, great talk down there. Their president, Anna Lundy, has done a phenomenal job of really kind of getting things done this year. They had a horrible thing happen to them being kicked out of their longtime location, and she came up with a new location. It worked really well.
Where are they at now?
It's the Church of the Nazarene in Kalama. They have a new pastor there that's trying to revitalize the church and offer it to community groups, so it's nice to see. And that Amalak group, the ladies of Kalama, are the ones doing the meals just like they did at the community building, so it's a good thing.
Good food.
Sad dollar. Last month in February, I told you all about Ellen and I went back to see her brother John, who has Alzheimer's and baby passed, and he ended up breaking his hip while we were in the airport on the way there. We spent most of our 5 days in the hospital with his wife and went through that. Well, we learned last week that while recovering in an Alzheimer's care facility, he fell out of bed and he broke the other hip. So he had surgery day before yesterday, and he's recovering. So sad news. Quote of the week. Oh, and I also wanted to note, somebody said, Tom Little's service will be at 10:30 on that day. Usually, typically, I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the rosary at 10:30.
But if you're not there at
itself is
10:30,
11.
you might as well not come because you look really obvious if you walk in at 11.
Well, Tom was also very well known within our church, so it's also going to be probably crowded. There's
Yes,
probably going to be a big turnout.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you.
FYI for people, that's one of the members of the same church. Quote of the day is from Fred Rogers. Most of us remember Mr. Rogers. I believe that appreciation is a holy thing, that when we look for what is best in the person we happen to be with at that moment, we are doing what God does all the time. So in loving and appreciating our neighbor, we are participating in something sacred.
And that service is on a Friday, just so you know, because some people don't realize it's a Friday.
Okay, pass some chair.
Probably wants to.
No, I don't. Actually, President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I've got a happy $20. First of all, the Mariner season's about ready to start. The NCAAs are going, and in respect to Tom Little, big Gonzaga fan, I always pick Gonzaga to go far in that tournament, and they never do. So here.
Further than this time.
Yeah, I've gone further, but this year I once again busted my bracket early.
Hey, thank you very much, President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. First, a happy dollar. My brother is back safe and sound after sending me these horrible pictures. Yeah, they had sun and water in them, and it was okay.
Your baby pictures?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you want to see some of his baby pictures?
I've seen them.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been to his house.
That's right. The second one is driving up to the 19-0 conference. I was able to stop at 2 West Marines, and I was stopped at a sailboat salvage yard to look at a potential new motor for my boat. I decided against it for a variety of reasons.
Because you bought a boat.
So, why do you sailboat need a motor anyway? So, the next happy dollar is Kathy Crawford being here. Kathy, when you text me when I'm driving, I can't answer. It's really hard. And big shout out for Cispus. Both the girls went. My wife, when she was teaching, went one year, and she understands how good it is. And finally, Rick Johnson sends me pictures of all of his kids and grandkids. What do you think of that? Terry?
It's a four-legged.
It's a four-legged one. It's sway back, and Rick, I can see its ribs. Don't you ever feed him?
That one died.
Oh.
We can see why.
How do you move it? We need to, guys, we need to move this along. Thanks.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. I happened to see Kathy Crawford yesterday in the restaurant, and I asked her to come to the meeting today after she had revealed some information to me. She had a birthday recently. And I told her that if she came today, we would sing happy birthday to her in our own inimitable way.
She's never heard it.
All right, that's it.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, couple bucks today. First one, birthday dollars. One of my granddaughters turned 24 last Friday. Middle son turns 58 tomorrow. And then the other dollar. all of you know my wife went through cancer treatment, the radiation guard. Well, now she's got to do some of it again. She has 5 tumors. They're and 3 different types of carcinoma. Dr. Kim over at the oncology at the hospital said that everything will turn out real good with it. She got a spot right in the middle of her chest and one on the side of her face, and 2 different ones. They'll do 15 days of radiation on those, give her a rest, and then she's got 2 on her thigh, on her left leg, and 1 on her arm. She'll do another 15 days there. But she's still ornery, so everything's good.
Does she still have to live with you?
All right.
That's the choice. Is that a Further-Noma?
Hurry.
This is probably about Steve. Happy about your positive note on Dad. Everybody's asking, so figured I'd update you all. Virus is gone. That doesn't have to take the antivirus anymore, so now we're working on physical therapy. He's still, yep, he's going to be up there for a little bit. So he's receiving some positive and sometimes not so positive motivation from the boys.
Who's taking care of it?
Well, he's at,
I know.
yeah, well, we're taking care of him. Letting him know the whys and what fors when it's time to exercise. He's down with it. So, first this way, he's that guy walking again.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Thank you, guys. I am going to pass this over to past District Governor Marilyn.
Thank you, President Sharon. Fellow Lions and guests, I am excited today to share with you a group of women here that represent the Cispus Outdoor School, specifically at Mid Valley Elementary. Julie Lipke, who does happen to be Eric's wife over here, so she's pretty connected to us. Julie is a retired Spanish teacher. She has taught at Kelso High School and Clatskanie High School in Oregon. She has been a resident here for 25 years, and she's a member of Mount St. Helens Hiking Club and enjoys the outdoors and hiking. She knows the value of spending time in nature and preserving the beauty that surrounds us in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, actually. So, also, Julie will be sharing just a little bit about her commitment to the Cispus program. Sabrina Tingley, the next lady over here, is the current PTO president at Mid Valley Elementary and has been an active member of the PTO for the past 3 years. She has focused on creating new fundraising opportunities to help send 5th grade students to Cispus Outdoor School. It is an experience that may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many students. And we also have Erica Love, who is currently serving as the PTO treasurer. She's served on the PTO for 5 years. She has been a president, and she is now the treasurer. So with that, without further ado, please welcome Julie, Sabrina, and Erica. Julie?
Try not to, oh goodness. My doctor today said, don't fall, so I'm not going to fall.
I can remove that if you would like.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you today about a program that's important to the 5th graders in our community. Cispus, and some of you might know it as Outdoor School. We will be sharing information and perspectives about how important this program is to the young people who are lucky enough to participate in it. We'll also explain some of the funding difficulties that the program faces currently. Finally, I'll read a letter written by a young man who's been a Cispus counselor 12 times over the course of his high school years because he feels it's so important. Many of you in this room probably have good memories about some outdoor experience that you had either recently or maybe as a younger person that really hooked you on spending time outside. So I want you to think about what that might be for a minute. We are really lucky to have such memories, and we're fortunate to live in a place that's so beautiful. I came from Wisconsin about 1 million years ago, and Wisconsin also is beautiful. But I'm going to say that the Pacific Northwest is a sight to behold, and I'm happy to be here. But not everyone, not even people who live here all their lives, have the opportunity to enjoy the outside and get acquainted with its beauty and its gifts. Cispus Outdoor School near Randall, Washington provides the chance for 5th graders in Longview Public Schools to spend the better part of a week outdoors. You might not know that Cispus was begun way back in the 1930s as part of the CCC. And part of those buildings that were originally built are still there today. I learned about the Cispus funding program through a casual conversation with a friend. I found out that schools in October learned that the program was not going to be funded. That's pretty late because the program takes place in late spring. So to find out in October that your program isn't being funded is a big blow. And I thought to myself, this isn't right. And when my husband hears those words, he braces himself because then he knows things are going to happen. And I knew that other people in the community would think that it's not right either. Our own Greg Swanson volunteered and worked with youth at Cispus some years ago. And so if you want to know firsthand from him, you can talk to him afterwards, and he'll tell you how great the program is too. I found out that several schools were fundraising to make it possible for their students to go. So I decided what I could do, decided to find out what I could do to help. You already know now that I can talk. And I thought, well, I can talk to anybody who'll listen. And so I'm here with you today. You might not realize that it costs in the neighborhood of $250,000 for all 5th graders to go to Cispus. That means that each school has to provide about $31,000, $32,000 for their school to attend. These costs cover 3 meals a day, lodging, transportation, a resident nurse, resident staff, teachers, paraprofessionals, educational supplies. Takes a lot to make this program happen. In late November, the Association of Washington School Principals funded a partial visit for all students, 5th grade students, 2 nights and 3 days. Well, if you think about where Randall is, it takes the better part of a day to get up and a better part of the day to come home. And so that cuts into their time to enjoy the program. 3 schools, Columbia Heights, North Lake, and Mint Valley, wanted the full meal deal. They wanted the full program, the better part of a week for their kids, and decided to raise the funds to make that happen. The other presenters will share with you what Mint Valley has done to meet the challenge. After they present, I will read the letter from the young man who has served as a Cispus counselor so many times. And with that, Sabrina Tingley will talk to you. Worried about getting off this thing. Okay, there you go.
Hi, everyone. First off, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to hear us out today.
Closer to your mouth.
Closer to my mouth.
You're a light speaker.
I can be really loud. My name's Sabrina. I am the PTO president at Mint Valley. I have been doing this for the past 3 years. I started as a secretary, moved up to treasurer, now president. I've learned a lot and continuing to learn, and will do so for many more years. This year has brought some unexpected challenges, especially with what we now call the Cispus crisis. We learned very late that funding had been cut, putting our 5th graders' opportunity to attend Cispus outdoor school at risk. Since then, our PTO and community have come together with one shared goal to ensure that our students not only attend this year, but that the opportunity continues for future students as well. Our goal moving forward is to create a dedicated account specifically for Cispus. This will ensure that any funds raised for the program go directly towards supporting it both now and in the future. The reason this matters so much is because of the lifelong impact Cispus has on our students. It's more than just a trip, it's an experience where they learn about the environment they live in and what it takes to care for and sustain it. They also learn teamwork, independence, and valuable life skills while building strong relationships with their peers. We believe that this is something every child deserves the opportunity to experience. As for our current efforts, our PTO has set a fundraising goal of $6,000. At this time, we are $4,750 away from reaching that goal. We are continuing to work hard through fundraisers and donations, and we're committed to not giving up. One of our biggest concerns is that next year, and possibly future years, there may be no state funding available unless something changes. That makes what we're doing now even more important for all these students. We truly believe in this program and will continue to do everything we can to make Cispus possible for all of our students. At this time, we'd like to share a slideshow that highlights the Cispus experience and shows just how impactful this opportunity is for our students. Thank you.
I'll stand to the side. So we were going to have our 5th grade teacher, Jesse Huff, here. He obviously couldn't make class to get here. So this is just a slideshow that we show to our parents and our students at a parent meeting for what they can expect at Cispus and what it looks like. So many of you heard, but Cispus is a year-round outdoor education and leadership training facility in the Gifford National Forest near Randall. It's operated by the Washington School Principals Education Foundation, and it offers programs for students and adults featuring challenge courses, hiking trails, waterfalls, Angel Falls and Curtain Falls, dorms, and dining facilities focusing on environmental education and team building. The center provides a rustic setting with various meeting spaces, which they use for their classrooms, and is a resource for schools and organizations for retreats and leadership development. So just to go over, it's about $60 per day per student, and that includes facilities, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So about $4,200 just for the students alone. Unfortunately, because of the funding, they're asking parent volunteers this year just because a lot of the parents can't take the time out of school to go with the students this year. And that doesn't include any of the snacks that they ask donations for, or their name tags that they get to Woodburn and make, and busing fees. So a little $16,000 is just $16,800 just for students. I do want to note that our school has gone in October previously, the last 2 years. So when we found out about this in October, we knew October wasn't going to be an option, and we had until spring to fundraise. So that's what we're working towards. They will go at the end of April. We are working hard to make that happen. We do have the dates. Columbia Heights fundraises a lot. We're a Title I school, so our fundraising per year is about $19,000 to $20,000, and that just covers our basics for teacher appreciations, school events, and other school fees, not counting Cispus. So a donation is crucial and very much appreciated from all of Mid Valley staff, students, and from our PTO. Thank you. Oh, just kidding. Yeah, there is more slides. This is their outline. Sorry, Jesse. This is their outline and their schedule. So what time they leave, how long it takes. These are their dorms and their bunk rooms. 3 schools will go together. The boys and girls will be separate. They get camp counselors from the high school. They just had their training last week. So we'll get a lot of high school counselors, and we have a lot of parent volunteers this year. They'll get to learn family-style dinner.
and cleaning up. So they get to learn some good cabin and cleaning up after meals skills. My life skills. My boys benefited from that.
You're a house cleaner now.
Yeah, look, I mean, they're teenagers, so I don't have any more kids in elementary, but yeah, when they're not in sports, for sure. They'll get to go on, they do a night trail, or with a braille trail, and then they'll learn about different plants and the cycles in the ecosystem, rivers, build forts, survival. The challenge course was not going to happen this year, but they have included it into our price. We did receive the 2 grants to send them for the 2 days, so our $6,000 that we're raising is just for the 1 day for our students and staff to go to get the full week experience, which will be 3 nights and 4 days. And they get to do campfire. This is a little of what their schedules look like. They do have 2 or 3 classes a day. The days might be different. They're leaving on Monday this year. They usually leave on Tuesday, their expectations. And this was Cispus in 1941 and 2017. And it's very, very beautiful today. I think that's it. Thank you.
I would like to close our remarks, and then there will be time for questions in case you have them. This letter was written by a student. He has recently graduated from Mark Morris. I think he's a year or 2 out. But this is a letter that he wrote highlighting his experience at Cispus and how crucial and how important it was to him. Over the past few years, I've had the privilege of being a Cispus counselor 12 times, including 8 with our 5th grade program. I first went as a counselor my freshman year because I loved Cispus so much, myself as a kid. Looking back, that was the best decision I ever made because it completely shaped who I am today. Before Cispus, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but after that first trip, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. In the next few years, I'll be pursuing the teaching program at LCC with the hope of becoming an elementary or middle school teacher in this district. To me, outdoor school isn't just a few days away from the classroom, it's an extension of it. It builds trust, strengthens friendships, and creates connections that last for years. Yes, students learn about plants and animals, survival skills, but they also learn something even more important: how to live, work, and grow in a shared space with others. Many students arrive at Cispus having never been in the woods or gone on a hike before. What starts as uncertainty quickly turns into pride as they push themselves through a challenging 3-hour hike, supporting one another along the way. The trail leads to a waterfall where the students get to walk behind rushing water, a moment that they talk about all week, and for some of us, we'll talk about for the rest of our lives. For most kids, completing that hike becomes a defining experience that boosts their confidence like no other. For many students, Cispus is their very first night away from home. I've seen the shyest kids arrive too nervous to even speak, but by the time the week ends, they're on stage leading songs at campfire. I know that transformation personally because I was that shy kid. Without Cispus, I wouldn't be nearly as confident or successful as I am today. What makes Cispus so powerful is the way that it strengthens community. As a counselor, I still see my campers all the time, whether it's at my job at Sweet Spot, or whether I'm cheering them on at their sports games, or when they're cheering me on at mine. Some of these kids were campers years ago, but the connection we shared then is still there now. That's the kind of impact Cispus has. It creates bonds, not just between counselor and camper, but between the campers themselves, between counselors and teachers, and within our community as a whole. There's nothing else quite like this in town that can build connections and give kids positive role models. And that's what makes Cispus so much more than just outdoor school. It's a place where kids discover who they are, where relationships are built, and where confidence grows. It's a place that changes lives, just like it changed mine. Your donation today will be greatly appreciated should you choose to give one, as we would love to continue offering this amazing experience for the 5th grade students in our community. Thank you.
We have about 2 minutes. Are there questions? We covered it well, Karen and John.
I have a quick comment. I can't understand how a state with an $80 billion budget sees fit to cut this program.
Sad.
Yeah. That is
We don't
so
either.
far off my brain. I can't believe. But then we do live next to Puget Sound, so.
Thank you, John. That surprises me too.
If it's valuable, they cut it.
Sometimes.
Karen?
I just wondered if you could share the name of the former student who wrote that nice letter, who will
Yes.
be in our teaching force someday. If not already, I don't know how old that is.
It's just a couple years old, so he's in his teaching program now. Carson Bogner.
I will just make a quick comment. Hal mentioned his wife was involved, and I know that our daughter served as what they called natural helpers at R.A. Long, and she had the honor of being a counselor at Camp Cispus as well. So, okay, I think I'll turn this over to Sharon. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Julie? On behalf of the Longview Pioneer Lions, we want to present this donation to you guys.
Thank you so very
You're
much.
very,
Thank
very
you
welcome.
We're so grateful.
It's our pleasure.
In front of the banner.
In front of the banner. In front of the banner.
Okay.
There you go.
Who's in charge?
Oh my goodness.
Smile. Oh, the other banner.
Thank you.
Oh, the other.
It's okay.
Oh, the screen up?
One more thing.
You really want to do the other one? Okay.
Okay. We also have a thank you gift for each one of you. One of our Longview Pioneer glasses. Enjoy your favorite beverage of choice.
Thank you guys.
Okay, we're going to move on to our announcements, and I'm going to start with Darlene.
President Sharon Phil Lions guest. As you know, we have a relay collect team, and last week I asked for sponsors for, I said I would raise, I would swim 1,000 laps of the pool fly in 6 weeks. And if you did sponsor me for even 1 cent a lap, it'd be $10 at the end. Right now, because I've done a town a lot, last week I only have 130 laps so far. But this week I'm hoping to do 200 to 250, and it's easy for me. So if you didn't sponsor yet and you would like to, I have a sheet, you can sign up. You don't have to pay me right away. Just pay me, whenever you want to. Thank you.
Okay, and Lion Terry.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, got an awards committee meeting, which might be just you and me. Anyway, over there in the back, and anybody else can join us.
After the board meeting.
I don't care what you do. We have our monthly meeting, and April 16th at 6 p.m. at Ashdown. So,
Thank you. And all the board members, we are going to be having a quick board meeting afterwards, so if you could come stick around, I would appreciate it. Also, I want to remind everybody that our next board meeting is going to be April 9th, and any member is welcome to join. It's April 9th at 8 a.m. at CJAC in Suite 203 on the second floor. It's over by Happy Kids Dentistry. And there is an elevator. Anybody else had any more announcements? All right, if you want to get out your blue tickets. We have 724-076. Oh, Jack up here. All right, and if you want to get your red tickets out, and this one, I should have got my glasses out. This one's harder to read. 160275. Oh, right over here. And where would you like that to go? There's Relay for Life, diabetes. Okay. And Jane?
President Sharon, for desserts today, Mike Parker gets first pick. And Eric Lipke gets whatever's left over.
Julie gets dessert tonight.
The Six of Hearts was drawn, so the pot lives on another week. Okay, and just again, a reminder, quick board meeting afterwards, so all board members please come up here. I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.